العيد فرحة هي هي أجمل فرحة.
When I think of Eid, I think of coming together with family, friends.
Prayer in the morning, large congregational prayer.
Meat.
And of course charity. Charity is a very huge part of Eid, whether it's Eid al-Adha or Eid al-Fitr.
It's mainly about children, so I get my cousins over and making them happy is what the goal is, which is a very hard goal.
And clothes.
It is basically the Met Gala for Muslims, as people say.
It's a sunnah to look fly.
My favourite Eid memory has to be our family Eid tradition. Every year, my mum, till this day, I'm 28 and still till now she does this, she gets us new pyjamas, our new outfit and a gift, and it's always laid out on our bed. And we get new bed sheets, everything is new.
This is going to be a bit sentimental. Would be spending time with my whole family together in a table. You know, living in the UK is not frequent that you spend time with your whole family together.
I remember my mum bought my sister a pink chair and then me a blue chair, and it was like our thrones. So we were meant to sit on them on Eid, and then we did, and then we had the little goodie bags, went, opened them, sweets, toys, and Eid was just like the time where I was like on top of the world.
I grew up in New Zealand, and in New Zealand there's not a lot of Muslims, but we have this tight-knit community, and every Eid we would rent out a community space and celebrate together. And after a couple of years, we ended up getting a little bit more money from donations, and so we ended up renting rugby stadiums. It was actually the same rugby stadium that the All Blacks played in, which made us all super excited. And you know, if you know Sonny Bill Williams, who's probably the most famous Muslim to ever come out of New Zealand, he would sometimes show up at Eid prayers and people would lose their minds.
It was the first time ever and only time that I've done Eid in a Muslim majority country. So, you know, the whole country closes down, everybody's celebrating, everyone's hugging you everywhere you go.
It was my first time to celebrate Eid in Egypt, and I was surprised by the whole thing, like, because in Egypt they do a lot of things, decoration on the streets, people gather together after praying, and you know there's a lot of environment and atmosphere that I never experienced before. We had similar to that in Kuwait, but yeah, it was literally different in Egypt.
We had an auntie that kind of sat all the kids around, and she went around with a tray of envelopes with cash in. It's a tradition for like the older family members to give the younger ones money or cash in an envelope on Eid. So she was going around and going around in a circle with this tray of money, and then me and my brother tripped her over. So she fell with the tray of envelopes filled with money, and we basically just took it all. So yeah, that was fun.
My perfect Eid would be waking up, having coffee, having specifically Algerian sweets.
Going together to pray.
Having all of my family around, probably arguing a little bit in the kitchen about who's going to sit where, who's going to help, where's this, where's that.
The lunch time, which is the most exciting part, with kabsa.
A proper Lebanese dish, you know, something like harissa.
We have a big plate of couscous, it's huge, and it's specifically the white couscous. So usually Algerians have couscous with the red sauce. By Eid, we have it with the white sauce and like cinnamon.
Baqlawa, basbousa, kunefa.
A key dish obviously is feta. You can't go without that.
It's made of roast lamb and rice, bread, vinegar, lamb fat, salsa. All of that somehow comes into each other, and it is incredibly delicious. My grandmother used to make these feta sandwiches in pita bread, where she would fill it with rice. I've never seen anybody else do this. You put the rice, you put the salsa, you put the sauce, as well as the meat, and she used to kind of send us out with these packets of sandwiches to basically like disperse them among people on the streets.
And then yeah, making sure that you get your money from the older family members.
I still get Eid money to this day, and I still get very excited.
And I always get really embarrassed and shy when like my dad just slips me some cash. But yeah, I love it. It's the best part of Eid.